Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
It is morning for us when we record
Yeah.
this video. Hope you have a wonderful day. It has been a very interesting week for us this week. Work's getting the best of us. You're busy and I'm busy. We never had the time to actually figure out the schedule just yet.
Yeah.
When can we actually make a video? So that was kind of interesting week.
Yeah,
Because
I
every
think-
time we try to make a video, your workload goes higher, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a video right now. I go, nope, I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, you either on a phone call or you gotta go
Meetings,
somewhere.
problem solving here and there.
Yeah.
I guess the beauty of being, trying to record our journey when it
Yes.
comes to fire as well.
Yeah, well, I think you have to be busy before you get rest, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like past year, I just realized I've been working for full time for 1 year. After
Well
stopping,
done.
after stopping for how long?
Stopped working for about
Seven
years,
years,
somewhere like
yeah.
that. So, being a mum, I guess, being a parent, being living in Australia with no help.
Yeah, it's not
no family
easy.
members.
Yeah, but glad that both of our job is quite flexible.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad that we actually somehow wing it or do whatever it takes in order for us to survive.
Yes.
So
So today's topic.
is the difference between investing on ETFs, exchange traded funds, stock versus in property.
Okay. So how we started our journey when we were young, we read a lot of books, and before we met, I started investing in just individual stocks. That's all I know. That's all I knew at that time. So individual stock was lucky. That stock didn't double, but maybe 1.5 times more. So I sold it and bought a first investment property.
So that's how you make your deposit. So you put it
Yeah.
money as a deposit, and then instead of 1.5 times, super exceeded your deposit.
Yeah. And I put some more saving in there, of course. It wasn't enough, but everyone said, like, not everyone, but when you read the news and the article, majority, it's just saying, oh, the richest people in Australia, 20% of them, they hold properties. They make money through investment. Okay, in order for us to get wealthy, we have to invest in property. That's the seed planted in our head.
No, I think it's also because we've been researching it, we look at it, we read about it, look at it, hear about it, and due to all of this information, it's targeted market to us.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And when we read a magazine, hey, this person at the age of 35, 40 or something, at a young age, earned 30 property, 90 100
properties,
whatever it is. Yeah. And then I figured, okay, then they can do it.
We can do it. Anyway, so we got the property, and then till then we got 4 properties.
We managed to get up to 4. Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, now we got
0.
that is under our name.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Oh, except this.
Yeah.
Right,
Except our
the-
principal
yeah.
place of home, our investment property portfolio goes to 0.
Yes.
So
And now all the money it goes to
ETFs.
why?
Why?
The big why.
So I read this in a book. I heard a lot of people transfer from their property portfolio and invested on shares, whether it's ETFs, pool of funds, or individual stock, whatever it is. Yeah. I haven't heard the other way around, where they liquidate their asset from, I guess, ETFs to buy
A property.
and heavily marketed property, like heavily portfolio property, let's say.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the other way around. So that got me thinking.
Are we going? We changing.
We're in the take out all the cash, get rid of the property, take out the cash, and then put it on the ETFs, put it on stocks, let's say.
I think it was back in COVID time, right?
Yes.
So we were not into share, not into ETF, didn't really know, and then you found, was it Raise?
Raise.
You found Raise, and we started doing more research. We slowly investing in Raise and micro investment, because at that time we're not really being serious.
Uncertainty as well.
Yes, correct. Because we always thought, okay, market go up and down. It's really liquid. One day you may lose all your fund, but in ETF you won't, because it's a pool of the top. Don't know how many 100 companies in Australia or America or the global world. So if one of them collapse, not all of them. So your funds will still be there, and also you're not leveraging.
I think that's the pros for me. Is the fact that I'm
Yeah.
not leveraging. So when you look at property, you've got a certain amount of the percentage is your own money, and a bulk of it is borrowing from the bank, leverage.
Majority of the money is from the bank.
Yeah, 20% deposit, 80% lend, 10% deposit, 90% lend. So that's 90% that you're borrowing. So which means you're putting a lot more risk in that aspect, the risk factor.
People is a high risk, high return.
So, and then whereas ETF is like, well, that's your own money. You can leverage it if you want to, but we choose not to leverage.
But look, why government compulsory to put super?
That's number one, yeah.
Why, right? Did
And where
they?
does the super go?
Yeah,
Invest on other companies.
correct. They don't invest in properties.
Well, they do invest in property, but it's the company,
The shares, like, yeah, not individual
not
property.
individual property. So
Yeah, so that's got us thinking. Since COVID, we start putting more funds in ETF, and then now we accumulated quite a lot. And once all the properties sold and we have extra money, we put all in ETF.
benefit number one.
Not leveraging, we mentioned. Second, no admin. I think that's a thing.
That is the
That
biggest pain.
admin.
Every week we have to go through, hey, what bills are we going to? Hey, where is this money going out to? The ins and out of the property. Let's say you gotta
The
be hands-on.
agent.
The
Yeah.
agent's calling me, hey, this needs to be repaired, that needs to be repaired, and then you have to follow up. Is that repaired being fixed up or not?
The vacancy.
The vacancy. Hey, has it been tenanted? Why is it not tenanted? Do we price them correctly? Do we need to decrease, increase, whatever it is?
We went through all this. The fire.
Oh yes. Somebody
If your house got burned down.
if you guys got burned down, so you gotta go insurance and then rebuild the property. It might take about a year or so. What if you don't have enough fund? What if the insurance claim take a long time before it can actually produce? I guess to do the repair.
For the claim.
So those things.
Yeah, we have experienced them all.
Experience all the bad, the ugly side of investment.
Well, but when we got the money, we're happy, like, because this whole chunk of money, wow.
Yeah.
Once you sold it, but then it's just forcing you to save the money.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to change the admin that got us, and then when we sold it, a lot more admin and money that you got to go through.
Yeah. And and the buying process, there's a lot of people involved, professional involved, and money. Obviously, they need to get paid.
Yeah,
The selling side of it, it's the same thing.
even more.
You gotta pay for the professional, like if you need to renovate, painting, electrical, modernize the property,
Yeah.
styling.
Yeah.
What else? The real estate agent, the advertisement, the making hyped up so that way people go to your property and at least have a look at the property, and then after that, solicitor costs, government costs, depending where you are in life.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I think pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of cost involved. For ETF, you sold it, click of button,
Click,
yes,
click.
a fee, yes, I'm happy to pay you. My money's in there, you did well. That's it. We haven't sold. Oh, we sold one.
We sold one, so we
It was
started our journey.
we liquidated all the spaceship.
Yeah, so at one stage we had Raise and Spaceship together.
That's how we started.
That's how we started with
Yeah.
just $5. In fact, I made a video actually on our previous
Yeah.
videos. My first dividends was 5 cents on Raise.
And now,
For the same code, it's $3, and I haven't even done any different.
oh,
It was
okay.
5 cents on the very beginning journey back in 2020, I think it is.
Yeah.
For the same code, I think it's AAA, whatever that is, and that giving us $3. So that's a big jump.
$3. Investment property give you more cash flow.
Yeah, but in terms of percentage wise, it's actually better off doing this.
I just feel like we have a lot less stress because you do not have that burden of paying the bank every single week.
And
That's our
then-
breakfast.
It's gonna make another noise. And then the other thing is with property, let's say one property require you big lump sum. You know, it could be like maybe 5 years of your saving or 4 years of your saving,
Yes.
or if not, you know, you gotta be frugal, like
Yeah.
a big lump sum of cash. Yeah?
The
Let's
thing
say
is, you
50.
may lose track in between. Like you save for 5 years, and then you see, oh, I got this money in the bank. Should I buy something?
Yeah, and it's
Shiny.
shiny object
Yeah.
syndrome. It's like, hey, look at that, a
Yeah.
new car. Hey, look at that, a new phone. Hey,
Uh-huh.
look at that, that person's bought this gadget, that for a guy anyway. Girls,
Yeah.
I don't know what guys get.
Bags.
Bags, clothes, and whatever the trendy things, makeup
Yeah.
or something. You know what I mean? Like those things throughout your journey, and then after that, you're missing out on a lot of things because you gotta sacrifice in order for you to save, right? So
Well, the ETF you have to sacrifice. Like whenever you invest, there's you have to sacrifice something. You can't spend all your money. But for the beautiful ETF, you can invest every week if you have spare money. Depends on how much you have. If you have small amount of money, you can go for micro investments. If you have more money, you accumulate in a month. Let's say you got $500 to $1,000, you can invest in a traditional ETF like Vanguard or Comstack or those bigger brokers.
that's it. So, you know, I started with just $5 each a day. I just want to see what it would look like. I want
Yeah.
to know what it feels like.
And that's the compound interest effect that ETF gets you.
And that's what Raise provide me, the fundamental in terms of the learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 5 cents. I'm like, oh, okay, $5 a day. And then after that, oh, you got dividends. And then after that, I'm like, oh, wow. So, and then realizing, they hold these particular companies. So, you know, let's say they have a list of different companies that they hold. And realizing to myself, well, in property, a big lump sum only just for one, you know, call it $50,000 or something, a deposit for one property, for one. Whereas the same dollar value, $50,000, I can buy hundreds of companies. In fact, some of them is 1,000 companies, is the best in the world.
And they hire the best people to work hard for you investors.
Yeah. So, for example, Apple, Amazon, you know, like I guess Berkshire Hathaway, pretty much the best of the best company for the same dollar figure. Like, you know, $50,000 deposit, one property, massive risk in terms of in case if anything happens, just one property, or $50,000, thousands of at least 1,000 best company in the world working best as they can for the investors.
Correct.
Not only for their profit margin, obviously, for the investors as well.
Oh yeah, profit too, because investors looking at it.
Exactly. So, you know, and we're realizing that I'm like, wow, you can diversify a lot more. Whereas in a property, you can do what?
Subdivision, granny flat, renovation, add
Then
value.
what else?
That's all adding
That's the
value we can do.
Maybe you can do commercial property, residential, townhouses. There's only like maybe 10
I'll
different
say
ways.
depends on your if you're in the property industry already, then you know. Like real estate agent, they know it.
Yeah.
Like whoever real estate agent we talk to, they already in the developer stage.
Yeah.
So that you will make good money, and you know you have the network and everything. So you got a bigger field to play. But as us mom and dad investor, I got no chance.
Exactly. You gotta hustle, you gotta
Yeah.
go around door knocking and go through the whole entire hustling process, let's say. You know, learning, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people shut the door on you and whatnot.
Yep.
And we're not that type.
We don't have time now. We're getting old. We're not risk taker anymore.
We're the
will-
lazy investors, let's say.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was my learning process, like my what eye opener. Instead of having just one individual product, we're investing on thousands of products, at least hundreds of products.
Yeah.
So hundreds.
Maybe
of
next time the video we can give you guys update about
Yeah.
our investment journey.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
so far, overall, it's been a positive. I mean, yes, in some instances, our account is actually in the red.
Yeah, I think it's whenever we invested, the market just go on a dip.
But
And
then-
you're like, where is the dip? You will never find the dip. All investment, you'll never find the downturn. People also saying investment probably going to a burst into bubble 10 years ago. Where was it?
And then what was it? But at the same time, it's like I looked at it today. Yes, the market's in the red in the past week, but at the same time, I'm still receiving dividends. Like, okay, I'm still receiving dividends.
Correct.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just our 2 cents, guys. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time. Bye.